Did they pull a Kill Bill and the star and the director wrote it together? Yes. Did he pull an Alfred Hitchcock and the director has a cameo? Yes. It's 1985 and the transition to video is happening. But is this still shot on film? Yes. Was it re-released by Vinegar Syndrome? Did I grow a mustache just for this talking head? Is this one of my favorite films of all time? Yes, yes, yes. It's 1985's Tasty. That was probably too long of a little opener. Hey, how's it going? I am Jason from Barefoot. This is Squeaky Clean Adult Films. Today we're talking about 1985's Tasty. Why did I just say that? I already said that in the intro. Does this film have a script supervisor? Yes. Not a lot of adult films have a script supervisor. She's tempting. She's tantalizing. She's torrid. She's tasty. Get your mind out of the gutter. Her name's Tasty. Her name's Tasty Tastums. Oh, is that wordplay? Like Casey Kasem? Of course it is. This is an 80s movie, and it's filled with a lot of 80s movies tropes. That's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. I love it. What was our thing we did? Build the car, save the mountain, get the girl? I can't think of what it is. You know, when you build a solar car, or you go to the slopes with your ski team and you gotta save the mountain. You gotta win the race and you gotta get the girl. That's what this film is. I seriously know more about this movie than what we were doing our own stuff. You know, playing with that old trope. And this one fits into it amazingly. They're about to lose the radio station. So a team of ragtag little bad news bears, island of misfit toys, need to get their stuff together and save the station. It's so awesome. I'm running out of time. Meet me after the film for way more than 2 minutes of film discussion. Let's get into it.
I guess it's just you and me then.
Oh, I guess it's just you because I gotta get out of here.
Aren't you forgetting something?
What?
Well, the big meeting, first Monday of every month, remember? Where we get the usual riot act from the big chief.
Right, and Connors will be right on time as usual.
Mr. Perfection. And that's what he expects from everybody else.
Well, I'm gonna go take a break. I've got to get out of here.
Yeah, 5 minutes to blast off. Enjoy it while you can.
See you at the meeting.
Well, that was some wonderful get me up and on the road music. But first, some smooth rhythms from some of your favorite people, the Plum Blinds.
I gotta get out of here.
Support's almost due and he isn't even here yet.
Sally, I have some papers for you to file.
I've got some filing to do with legs first.
And that was some amazing noise we just heard. And now for that traffic report we've all been waiting for.
Don't get caught in a jam. Tune in the Leg Man.
Legman Mac here, bringing you the latest on the freeway situation. All freeways are running normal, although heavy with early morning traffic. And the Hollywood freeway is running to a little stall into the pass. But that's nothing normal.
I was just on the freeway. It was the worst jam this year. Should have fired that guy before I even hired him.
Back to you, Tasty.
Good morning, Evelyn.
Oh, Mr. Connors, it's Judd Wines.
Sit down, Gary.
Judd, I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about.
Ratings, Gary.
What ratings?
Your ratings. KNUT's ratings.
Oh, those ratings. They're not quite what we expected for this quarter.
Gary, if they're not up by the end of the week, I'm going to pull every ad I'm running with you.
Now, Judd, don't you think you're overreacting a bit here?
Understand?
Oh.
Here you go, Mr. Connors. Take these.
Yeah.
If we need more.
Oh.
It's been riding you hard?
That's an understatement. We are faced with a major crisis, Evelyn. Major.
Just take a deep breath. That's right. You really shouldn't let this worry you, Mr. Connors. He says the same thing every month.
I know.
He just likes driving down here to let off some steam.
I know he does.
You know, why else would a big advertising agent drive all the way down here just to talk to us? If he really wanted to pull some ads, he'd use the phone.
There's no logic to this guy. He is a born sadist. I know for a fact he is. And I know he says the same thing every month. And I know he likes to blow off steam. But the difference is, now I think he really means it.
Oh, come on. Do you really think so?
I know so. Before, the ratings were just going down. Now the ratings are so low, I think there's no place else to go but under.
You have a point, Mr. Connors.
Now, get those idiotic DJs into the conference room right now.
Right away, Mr. Connors.
But it's a catchy little tune for this bright, sunny Southern California weather. And now how about a really great classic, Flight of the Bullfrog, by a real rockabilly band called Kristara.
It's time for the big meeting.
Oh no, this again?
Oh yes, this again. Be ready for a heavy one this time.
And now for 30 minutes non-stop rock and roll.
You guys are a bunch of pinheads. You are the worst DJs I've ever seen in radio. And you better do something about it. Because you're all gonna be standing online like
the same speech every month.
What's that, Dodger?
I was just saying that we've done everything we can. We've tried specializing in rock and roll.
I've been in the station since we've been playing country western and bluegrass.
Yeah, not to mention all that punk rock, new wave, and the other anti-music noise last year.
Yeah, and the listeners kept complaining we played the same songs over
Exactly.
and over.
That's what you guys have to come up with. Something different. A new formula for KNUT that works.
But we've tried everything, boss.
And you. That freeway report you did was totally inaccurate. I was on the freeway this morning, and there was a 15-car pileup, and you said the freeway was clear. And I had to tune into KBUT to find out what was going on. And you know what mood listening to KBUT gets me into?
I'm sorry, boss, but that's the way it came over the computer. You know. I mean, we just have to get our updates faster, that's all.
Update. The next time, you're fired.
Gee, she's really writing Legman today.
I don't think this is the usual bull.
Now, I get the feeling that you guys think that I was playing games this past year. I just got the word from our largest advertising company, Watermelons and Rise, that unless the ratings are up by next week, kaput! And if they pull out, that's your jobs. At this point, I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do to improve the ratings. I just want them up by the end of the week. Now, I'm going to leave this room. I'm going to let you guys think about what's going on. And let this new crisis sink in a bit. And if the ratings aren't up by Friday, I'm not going to fire you. Because there's not going to be a station to fire you from. Understand?
Pretty grim pep talk this morning, wasn't it?
The way I look at it, we're all going to be out of a job by the end of next week anyway, right? Why even try? Everything we've done this past year's failed anyway.
Well, Tasty, you know, you got a point.
Let's just do everything we've always wanted to do. As far as I'm concerned, we're doomed. Nothing's going to work.
I don't know about this.
So what are we waiting for? Let's do it.
Let's go. Come on.
Right.
I don't think you're going to last a day, let alone a week.
Got a good point there. Call us right now at 306-3508, and we'll answer that call for you.
It's
Available through Dodger in care of KNUT for only, and this is the good part, for the low price of only $50. That's right, for $50.
Evelyn,
get a
send in
hard-on
creamy.
that won't go away.
That was wonderful, Dodger. You know, I could have used that the other night.
Gary,
What?
about this job you gave me,
Yeah?
what am I supposed to be doing?
You are an advertising rep.
And we have another caller on the air. Hello, this is Tasty Tasters. Go ahead.
We saw this movie. You know, the one with Marlon Brando and Marie Schneider in it?
In the world of golf, Fuzzball Zola won the U.S. Open for the 3rd time in a row.
What's got into you?
Haven't you heard?
Good night. And, don't look so athletic.
Evelyn, so what did you say?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Oh, he wasn't listening.
And Kathy, why don't you say hi out there to Radio Land?
Hi, everybody. I'm like, oh, it's like, this is like totally awesome. I'm like so excited. I'm like, it's like totally awesome. I can't even believe it. I'm like.
Well, here's to a new career.
What do you mean?
Well, I figure after today, that's it as far as a career in radio is concerned.
Well, it was fun while it lasted, though.
Yeah. I've always really wanted to do something crazy like that.
What are you going to do now?
I thought I'd get those videos together for tomorrow night's simulcast.
Well, if they're anything at all like your radio ideas, they got to be great.
I hope so.
Show me then.
Okay.
Well, there's only one thing I got to say about that.
What's that?
With a face like yours, you've got no business behind a microphone. You ought to be in pictures.
Or television?
So, what do you mean that he doesn't know it?
Well, yesterday he was so upset he didn't even listen to the broadcast.
So he doesn't know.
I don't think so.
My God, by now he ought to have known it. I mean, his phone ought to have been off the hook all night.
When I say try something, I meant within the FCC's rules. I've been wanting to say this for a very, very long time. You're all fired!
Gary, do you know what this is? Judge, why don't we step into my office?
What I have to say goes for everyone. The ratings. Gary, you're #1.
What?
You were the hottest radio station in the market yesterday.
All right.
Gary, that's what I like.
Hey, everybody back to work. We have a station to run.
Yeah! All right!
Hey, fantastic! You made it. Oh, I can't believe it. It's great. And we all lived happily ever after.
Never will it end, and it just ends. Annoyance will be there to meet you. So what did you think? What did you think? Did you like it as much as I did? Did it warrant the Vinegar Syndrome re-release? Yes, yes, yes. Of course, all those things. If you ever need to know, is this good? Is it released by Vinegar Syndrome? There's some films out there, like for granted, they've only released 2 Richard Mailers on a combo set. You can get them together. There are films out there that are awesome and worthy and not on Vinegar Syndrome. But if they are on Vinegar Syndrome, stamp of approval, big time. Hyapatia Lee. Speaking of top billing, man, we were talking about Alec DeRenzi having above title billing. Not top billing, I'm sorry. Above title billing. In this case, the star, well deserved, gets above title billing. I love it. Y'all know I have these stupid little weird obsessions, and above title billing is one of them. And Hyapatia Lee deserves it. I just said that. So nice I said it twice. Get the papers, get the papers. She does an amazing job. Everyone does an amazing job. The entire cast. I'm not even have time to talk about everyone. You're gonna have to take my word for it. Everyone's amazing. We'll do a quick rundown in a second. But believe me, and I'm not just saying this because I am like 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon friends with Hyapatia Lee. I'm actually one piece of bacon away from Hyapatia. We both have a mutual friend. At the time, Bud Lee, our director, and Hyapatia Lee, our star, the two that wrote it, were married. So they that's awesome. They're not married anymore. Gail Force is in this with her short hair, and she's awesome. It's an 80s movie, so Karen Summers in this, of course, with her big hair. We got old big hair and short hair. But those are two side characters. Let's talk about the team. Steve Drake, Steve Powers. We have the power of the Steves. We have the power of the Steves with Steve Drake and Steve Powers. Old Southern Dodger, he's a real radio DJ. If you can't tell, this is the only film he's ever been in. Even though he was a celebrity at the time. A celebrity DJ. Buster, old Buster. Stacey Donovanr. I love Stacey Donovanr. We've talked about her a lot. She's amazing as the secretary. Also, huge hair secretary. Mike Horner took me on the biggest psychological journey of this entire movie. He plays man in video. He is the man in video. But I swear that this Burt Reynolds lookalike was Mike Horner. He's the only person that they don't say the person's name. I just did a bunch of research, read a bunch of articles, which is always thankful when Vinegar Syndrome releases something, then there's a bunch of articles written about it. And I could not figure out who plays this we got a foreign Burt Reynolds. And they have different head shapes, but I kept thinking, that's Mike Horner. And this is the psychological mind trip I went on. See him again? That's not Mike Horner. It's not even the head shape thing. That's not Mike Horner. And then I see him again in the next scene. I'm like, that's Mike Horner. I just couldn't. My conclusion is, I don't know who that is. Not Mike Horner. Mike Horner is in this man in video. He does an amazing job. What's the video? Well, it's Hit Me With Your Best Shot with a little mixture, wordplay, 80s. It's not called that. It's called something very similar. It's an entire music video in the picture. You don't get to see any of it except for when they cut to the neon stripes on the wall. B-roll, cutaways. That's all I can show you. You do hear a little bit of the song. And speaking of music, awesome synth. Doom 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 doom. So good. That gets stuck in my head. When I cut this a year ago, that was in my head forever. And now this time I actually put a bunch of work into it. Actually, it takes a lot of work to make it G-rated. But now, Squeaky Clean Adult Films is double the work because I write a script and do a lot of freestyling. And research puts me into this. And so now I'm going to be at work tomorrow. I think I'm installing a dog door. So I'm going to be with a Sawzall. I'm going to be making a hole. And I'm going to go. Don't look so athletic. What? You know, sometimes I might squeeze a little thing at the end of our title card. Well, in the old version of this, after you see Barefoot and Independent, our title card, it cuts to Stacey Donovanr being reprimanded. Don't look so athletic. And then the channel turns off. Maybe I'll keep it for this one too. Such a weird line. Don't look so athletic. Hyapatia. Did Megan tell you I said hi? Oh, Hyapatia. Megan says hi. Ha! That's a weird flex that I don't usually get to do. I get to flex on Richard Mallor stuff because I'm in love with their family and they kind of like me too. And you know what? I'd already told you, I'm one piece of bacon away. I'm one piece of... Why do I keep saying that? I'm one piece of bacon away from the Richard Mallor estate, and I'm one piece of bacon away from the Hyapatia Lee. Actually, that's not true. No bacon in between me and the Mallors. One bacon between Hyapatia. I gotta stop. I'm annoying myself, and I always annoy myself, but that's usually in post-production when I'm cutting it and I'm like, oh God, turn it down a notch. But when it's actually happening live in my brain, that's like take it down 2 notches. So thanks for watching. I'm gonna go shave. This is an amazing film. I love it. The transfer is amazing. Even the old VHS copy is amazing. This whole thing just looks great. This film Has an amazing DP. Gringo? What was his name? Guido? But he did a bang up job. The score, synth out, 80s. The costume design, the set design. You can't get more 80s. You see Hollywood nowadays trying to make 80s movies, and they cherry pick these weird little things that are like basically stereotypes. They never get it right. They're trying too hard. That Trapper Keeper shouldn't be that way. I'm one of the annoying people in the audience. If you can't guess. Well, this movie, this 80s movie, gets it right. You might be saying, duh, Jason, it's smack dab, it's 1985. Of course they got it right. No, it's the attention to detail of the sets, the costumes, the hair, the dialogue, the everything. This movie has my 1000% stamp of approval. Not that it needs it. I mean, look at this glump of mashed potatoes. I hate what I look like when I shave. I should be peacocking this whole video, huh? Hey man, I'm not fat at all. Alright, thanks for watching. We have a PayPal button if you feel so inclined to pat all our hard work on the back of my back. But who cares? Either way. Don't subscribe to us. Don't like, don't share, just watch. Yeah, we're the dum-dums. That's our motto. Thanks for watching. If you don't like this movie, I will fight you. Peace. Did they pull a Kill Bill? And the writer... Did they cook?
Good night. And don't look so athletic.